All right. We're going to see if we can go live on like 12 different platforms here. Get Instagram going. Okay. I think we're up and rocking. Instagram we got over here, we got YouTube in the center, we got Facebook over on the other side. Hopefully y'all can hear me and everything should be going well. I can see on Instagram we're starting to get some people. Looks like YouTube's logging on there. What's up, Jeremiah? What's up, Tyler? All right. Lots of people popping on. Cool. Instagram's going off. Wow, this lighting's going to be tricky. It's going to be tricky. I'm going to try to stay still. Maybe it won't flash like that on Instagram anymore. YouTube looks good. What's up? Oh, gosh. I knew that was going to happen eventually. It's okay. Don't panic. YouTube just fell over. Can only balance so many things here. All right, let's see what we got. Yes, I'm glad to be back too. I am glad to be back too. What's up, Hayden? Victory XC Rider on Instagram. How's it going? Augusto. YouTube down. Oh, like it fell down? Because I saw that happen. Like I dropped my phone. Because we've got a laptop over here. We've got my iPhone in the middle. We got an iPad to do Instagram. Everything's all sorts of crazy. We got a whole bunch of computers and everything set up in my living room right now, this is totally weird. You know, it's weird times that we're living in, but I think everything's up and running. Looks like I can see some Facebook comments coming in. I can see YouTube comments coming in, and I can see Instagram comments coming in. So let us take a sip of coffee. All right. Start asking me some questions, and I've got my other computer that you can't see pulled up here with the website. So if you guys want fitment questions, you want any opinions on stuff, you want to do this or that questions, obviously with all of us being out and working from our homes, we're not going to have like our typical YouTube schedule that we always have. So I figured I'll at least pull this up, and if you guys have video ideas and stuff you want to see, I'll do what I can on live, and maybe improvise a little bit. We'll see if I can throw together a camera setup out here. We can film some stuff in my living room. So, all right. How am I doing? I'm doing well. All things considered, we're doing all right. Hanging out in the living room with the dog. So, did I really see as low as 0 down? Yeah, depending on what you want to buy. That's a good question from Noah on Facebook. We do have as low as 0% APR financing right now. So if you're worried about spending cash right now and you still want to pick something up, because you do have a whole bunch of time, at least some of us have a bunch of time that we're just kind of sitting at home. If you want to work on building your truck, but you don't want to pay for it right now, you can finance pretty much everything on the website, especially like wheels, tires, suspension, all that kind of stuff. And we're doing as low as 0% right now. So if you want to do that, you definitely can. That was a good question, Noah. Okay. Wow, the YouTube comments are just flying in here. So let me grab the next one. I see. What's up, Braden from Pennsylvania? Been searching for months on suspension for 09 Expedition. Have I seen many front and rear independent suspension trucks? Yeah, there's not a lot of lift kits out there for the IRS vehicles, but like people make lift kits for the Tahoe. There are some out there for the Expedition. Let me just take a look in the store and see what I can find on here. Can't hear you. Can everybody not hear me, or is it just on Instagram? It's a good question. There's nobody behind me, but there's a dog back there. So if you see somebody moving, that would be what's going on. That's my dog. That's Luna. So we're going to check out this guy's suspension question. He was wondering what they had out there for independent rear suspension. Fords, in his case, it's the Expedition. So we're just going to hop on the website and punch that in. Looks like primarily it's going to be leveling kits out there. Oh gosh, I broke something. I clicked the wrong button. I don't know what's happening. We'll try it again. Do. Ford. There's the button. Expedition. I'm going to go with 4-wheel drive. What's the best diesel you recommend? We've got, I guess, at the shop, if you take all the trucks that we have, the ones that we have the most of is going to be Power Strokes, and we only have two, so that doesn't really count for much because we have like one of every other brand. But I've been really happy with both the K350, which is the 8-inch lifted Archon truck, as well as Sean's got a Power Stroke as well, 29, both 2019s, I believe, and have had no problems with them. They obviously don't have a ton of miles on them, but they make good power. They drive nice. The trucks themselves are pretty sweet. So that is my opinion on my favorite diesel. Is custom offsets affected by the virus? Yes, as you can see, I'm in my living room and not at the shop. So we are definitely affected by it. However, we have a massive warehouse, right? Massive, tons of stuff in there. So we actually added a new feature on the website too that you'll see. Kind of because of this, we added it. When you go on there, there'll be a little icon when you're shopping for wheels and tires that says like, get this 3 to 5 days faster. That's because we actually have that product in the warehouse and we can ship it direct to you. So that's super nice. If you want to know what's in stock, that's what's in stock for you. So we got that. Our Rough Country lift kit's going on sale. Not at this time. Let me click the today's deal page and see what we got for sales. So if you guys didn't know that, we also added a new feature to the website. Right in the top bar, it just says today's deals. You can click on that and see if there's any like short-term promo stuff going on. So like RBP wheels up to 20% off, RBP Forge wheels up to 20% off as well. $200 off a set of Venom Rex. Archon and Anthem are both doing gear packs like usual, and Superlift has lift kits up to 10% off too. So that's all the deals that are going on right now. Do you like the Eturo Trailblade XT? That's a question from Instagram. I think Eturo makes some pretty good tires, especially when you look at the price that you pay for them. They're super affordable. The XT2, for being a hybrid tire, is kind of more on the milder side of hybrid tires, which makes it good for some people, not as good for other people. But I think if you do primarily on-road driving and you still want that hybrid tire that still has a little bit more aggressive of a look, but it's not going to be quite as loud, I think the XT is a good option for you. So that's my thoughts on the Eternal Trailblade XT. How many custom offset stores are there? Well, we're an online retailer, so our corporate office is in Appleton, Wisconsin. I know you said you saw that store. Yeah, that's where all of us usually are, other than, today, obviously, I'm kind of stuck here. But yes, that's our one office location, and then we have a couple of hubs throughout the country as far as like shipping stuff, so that we can get everything to everybody faster. And sorry if I'm not looking at your screen because I've got, like I said, I got Facebook here, I got YouTube here, and I got Instagram over here. How can I eliminate nosedive with a 6-inch lift? Well, if you have a coilover lift, you're kind of able to play around with that a little bit and adjust those preload settings on the front coilovers by making them stiffer. If you're hitting the brakes and you're saying that's the nosedive there. If you have stiffer front suspension, it's going to prevent that nosedive because of the weight transfer. If you have just a standard lift block, there's no adjustability there. However, it's kind of typical that you might get some of that with a lifted truck. Will you be at Daytona Truck Meet? I hope so. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed that everybody can make it to Daytona Truck Meet. I know they're canceling shows left and right, so we want to get out there. And as long as this whole virus thing is done by then, I'm planning on being there. Yes. Best budget lift kit, Garrett from Instagram. Well, we've said it in a couple of videos before, and if you want to see like my full opinion on it, you can go to youtube.com/custom offsets TV and type in best 6-inch lift kit, best 4-inch lift kit. All of those videos are out there, so it kind of depends on your application, but I think for the most part, in general, the best bang for your buck is going to be rough country suspension. So whether it be the $1,000 6-inch kit or you buy the $2,100 coilover kit, the Vertex coilover kit, you get a lot for not a whole lot of money. So I think that's probably a good option for most people. Otherwise, there's a ton of other options out there. Like Zone, for example, is a sister company of BDS. So, it's designed and engineered from a lot of the same guys. They're the sister company, like I said, but they don't include like all the skid plates as standard. On a BDS kit, you might get it as standard. Zone, it's an option. So if you don't go with all the options, you can still get a Zone kit, which is really good quality for not quite as much money as you'd spend on like a BDS. What's your prediction for a lesser known wheel company that's not TAS, Archon, or other that's going to blow up in 2020? That's a good question. Jared actually just released a video. We put it on YouTube. I think it was yesterday, maybe the day before. Top 5 wheels under $1,000, and there's a lot of unknown wheel companies. Unknown being like they're not super popular, that are in that list, and some of them that I hadn't even seen that he brought up to me. So I would check that video out for some of the new and upcoming wheels that are going to be really hot. Jacob on Instagram says Hard Rock. That is probably a pretty good one. They make really affordable wheels too. In just like simple, clean styles that kind of fit every kind of build. So that might be a good option for people. What's up, Wesley? How's it going? Dylan. Ford Ranger with tow mirrors and 20x12 fuels. Nice. I guarantee there must be some cutting on that one to fit it on there. Do you do financing on lifts? Yes, we do finance lift kits. And right now it's as low as 0% APR financing. So if you want to grab one, you can go to the website, and then when you check out, you just hit checkout with Affirm, and then it'll walk you through the process. All right, let's grab another question here from YouTube. Oh, I just missed that one. It would have been a good fitment question. What's the correct coilover shocks for a Tundra on a 7-inch lift? I know Ready Lift just came out with some brand new coilovers. I guess I'm not quite certain what you mean by correct, but if we go to the store here, and sorry again, I'm going to be looking off screen because I have to look at the other computer all the way over here. But if we go to suspension, and I know you didn't say what year the Tundra was, so we're just going to assume it's a current generation. Go to Toyota, hit Tundra, click 4-wheel drive. Shout out to Alex in San Diego. So there's a couple different coilover options for you. I'm not sure if the Ready Lift ones are on the website yet because they are like brand new. And you said you had a 7-inch system. So FTS has an 8-inch coilover system. FabTech has a 6-inch coilover system. I know BDS is going to be on here. I saw they had a 3-inch, but we're going to skip past that because you said you wanted 7. They should have a taller one too somewhere. I just got to find it. Oh, and Icon, of course. Forgot to mention those guys. They've got, a lot of their stuff is smaller. It's like the 1 to 3 inch because it's very, very performance oriented. But here you go. BDS 7-inch coilover suspension system right up on the website here. So it gets you Fox shocks in the rear too, Fox coilovers and all that. So they've got it all pre-dialed in for you. All right. Let's see. When are we going to get 28 and 30-inch Archons? When companies make more tires for them and when people have trucks that are lifted big enough that can fit. What size tires and wheel, tires and wheels should I put on my 14 Silverado, no metal trimming? Well, I'm going to need to know a little bit more information as far as what the suspension is. So all we know, 2014 Silverado, and what did we say? Just what wheels and no metal trimming. So here, I'm going to show you guys exactly what the gallery is designed for. So I'm going to go over to my screen. We're going to click on the gallery, and then it has a big search bar, right? So we're going to type in, I'm not going to type, we're just going to click 2014 Chevrolet Silverado 1500. We're going to assume it's a 1500. He didn't specify. And then suspension, I'm going to leave it, I'm just going to put a leveling kit in because we're going to assume that, we don't know if it's lifted or not. So we're just going to put leveling kit in. That's going to be the most basic thing. Everything else we can leave blank. Click View Gallery. And we'll pull it up. So you can kind of go through and then look at the pictures. This guy's got 18x9s with 33s. We've got more 9-wides with 285/70, which is a very similar size. You can kind of narrow it down. So like if it was me on a leveled truck, I would say probably 9-wide or 10-wide if you want more stance. Here's a guy running 12-wide, -44 offset, and 305/45, 22 tires. So there's lots of options out there. The gallery is going to be your best friend as far as figuring out what's going to fit your truck. Here's a good question. Elvis on Facebook, hopefully you're still there. This was just a couple minutes ago. 2018 GMC Sierra 1500. He wants the McGoy's 9-inch lift and 24x14s, but is concerned about pulling a boat that weighs 5,000 pounds. Do you have any experience with this? So I have a boat as well, and we, Custom Offsets and Archon have built their Power Stroke. That's on an 8-inch lift, and it has 26x14s, and I have pulled my boat with that truck, and everything is perfectly fine. Especially only 5,000 pounds, you're not really going to run into any issues there. I did do a full video on this. If you go to YouTube and just type in "can I tow with my lifted truck," it should pop up as one of the first ones there. So you'll be able to hear our full opinions on that. But at 5,000 pounds, you're not really going to run into any issues. The only time you might be kind of concerned about towing something, you're going to want to look at the weight rating and the load index of those tires that you're putting on there. Since you're getting 24x14s and a 9-inch McGoy is going to assume that you're going to have at probably 37s, 38s, maybe even bigger, depending on how much trimming you want to do. So you should be able to have a pretty decent sidewall and still have a high enough load index that you can still tow relatively heavy loads. I would say at 5,000 pounds, not a single thing to be worried about there. But if you're towing, a skid steer or a really heavy trailer, you're getting 15,000 pounds back there, that's a different story. Again, that you're going to really want to make sure you pay attention to that load index. But at 5,000 pounds, Elvis, you'll be just fine. How can I get longer control arms for my 99 Silverado? There are a couple companies out there that make different control arms for you that you can buy separate from lift kits, depending on what truck you have. Speaking broadly just to the whole audience here, I know Rough Country makes forged upper control arms. You've got Cognito out there making control arms. Kryptonite makes a whole bunch of front end components. Those are all on our website too as well. So you can kind of just punch in your year, make, and model right on the website and see exactly what's up. Make sure you guys put as much information as possible here. So I got a question: 26x14 on 35s. Will it fit on a 4-inch lift comfortably? That really depends on what your vehicle is. Like if you have a Ram 2500, I think you might be able to pull that off. But if you have a Toyota Tacoma, it's definitely going to be nowhere near fitting. So just include your full details. Other places like Custom Offsets in Minnesota that you know about. Custom Offsets ships all across the entire country. So we ship things mounted and balanced right to your door, so that you don't need a place like Custom Offsets right in your backyard. We're going to ship it actually to your front yard. Black and white or chrome and white? I like black and white, which I think has kind of been maybe overdone. Some people are going to say it's been overdone, but you just can't go wrong. It's simple, it's clean, you just know it's going to work. Liam asks, will 33s fit? Liam, just let me know on what. Need a little more information. Let's scroll through Instagram. Well, 26x16s fit on my Civic. Where there's a will, there's a way. We can probably make that happen. What's up, Mario? Hope all's well with you as well. Here we go. This is a great question. Sinister 60, 20x12, negative 51 on a leveled 05 F250 Super Duty. Any trimming required? Let's punch it in here. I'm going to try not to forget. Okay, so he said 05 Super Duty. So 2005. Come on, brain. You can work. Ford. F250 Super Duty. And leveled. Let's scroll back and see if I can find it. Yes, leveled. Any trimming required for 20x12. So what I'm going to do here on the gallery is I'm going to leave the wheel size blank. I'm just going to go to wheel width, punch in 12 inches. And then he didn't say tire size, so we're going to leave that blank because we're going to figure out what we can fit. Okay, that's the plan here. So hitting view gallery, it's going to load the results. So as we can see, people have done it. So we're off to a good start here. Looks like most guys, 305, 55, 20s. There's some people doing 35, some people doing 33s. So we want to narrow it down a little bit more because he said no trimming. So I'm going to click on the trimming tab, the little drop down in the filter section, and click no trimming. All right, so 12 wides and an '05 Super Duty. It looks like 305 50 20, 305 50 20, 305 50 20. Lots of guys doing 305 50 20s. Otherwise, 33 by 12 and a half. That's what's going to clear with no trimming. Now, every truck's a little bit different, and this is all using data that's submitted by you guys. So if you haven't added your truck to the gallery, you can do so at customoffsets.com/add. That's where you can punch everything in. And then we'll be able to have more data for people to figure out what fits their vehicle. But yeah, for the most part, that looks like that's what you need to know. So you can definitely fit it with no trimming if you run like some people are doing, kind of a street tire, that 305/50. Otherwise, 33 12 and a half, that fits on there as well. You still get a little wide look, and it fills up the wheels pretty decent. So there you have it. Hopefully that answers your question. Two-wheel drive gang. Oh gosh, now we're clicking buttons. What's the smallest tire you can put on a 30 by 16 American Force? That's a good question. Let's see what's on the website. I'm going to click on store. Then we're going to click on wheels and tires. I'm just going to go to size and brand. We'll do 30 by 16. Bolt pattern. We might as well just go with an 8 lug. And wheel brand American Force. All right, so we'll pull these up. We got 3 options. What do we want to go with? I guess we'll just go with the most expensive one. That'll be the plan. It's $11,536. Hey, but we got financing, right? Not a problem. 0%. You'll be all right. All right, so let's add tires. Let's see what we got. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. Yeah, right now, pretty much the only tire companies that are making tires for these wheels, you have to contact them directly because they make like 4 sets a year. So there isn't actually anything even listed out there that fits these, which is absolutely crazy. But if you step down to 26s, even 28s, then they exist. Okay, I'm going to go back to Instagram, scroll down here a little bit. Will 37s fit on an 05 Duramax 2500 with a 6-inch zone? Ooh, maybe with a whole bunch of trimming. Let's check on and see what the gallery says. I think we might be a little too big there. 2005 Duramax Chevrolet Silverado 2500 HD. Suspension. What did he say? 6-inch. Got that. And we want to know if 37s fit. So we're going to leave wheels blank, and we're just going to click on 37s. Because it really depends on what your wheel size is. If you guys are trying to figure out, if you know I want to run 33s, I want to run 35s, I want to run 37s. What's important to know is your wheel size. Because like a 37 on a 9 wide, you can probably fit, but a 37 on a 14 wide, probably not going to be able to fit. Just because the way that wheel turns, you're going to end up, running into your front bumper. So, is it possible? Looks like, yes, you can run 37s. So here's a good example, 22 by 14s and 37, 13 and a halves. If we look at the details, we're going to see it rubs like crazy, even after minor metal trimming and cutting the bumper. So, it's possible. That's one way that one guy made it work. Let's look at a different option here. We're just going to keep scrolling until I see something a little bit different. Okay, here we go. We got our 05. This is on 9 wides, though. Still 37 by 13 and a half inch tires. Slight rubber full turn, and he only has minor plastic trimming. So it really depends on how wide you want to go. The wider of a wheel you go, the more difficult it is going to be to fit, but still possible. The more narrow of a wheel you go, you're going to be able to fit that on the outside, but you just can't go too narrow or too positive of an offset, because then you're going to start rubbing on your upper control arms. So again, gallery. Just got to beat it into everybody's head that if you want to figure out what fits, that's where you got to go. Will the 2019 BDS coilover lift for the Chevy 2500 work for the 2020s? We haven't been able to confirm that yet, so as of now, I have to say no. Two-wheel drive lifted Silverado or V6 lifted Silverado? I think I would rather have the V8 and two-wheel drive than a V6 and lifted, simply because you're going to want that power for the heavier wheel and tire setup to keep moving forward. What certification do you need to become an installer? In most places, you don't need certifications at all. Simply some work experience can get you a job, installing, lift kits or doing whatever you want to do as far as building vehicles. I know a lot of people in the custom world that didn't go to college for it, didn't go to the trade schools, just kind of jumped in and learned with a lot of hands-on experience. 8-inch, 26 by 14 on a 2019 F-250, good for towing. We have that exact setup on our 2019 F-250, and it's hauled trailers all across the country. It's hauled cars. It's hauled boats. We don't have any problems with it. I would say the most we've probably hauled would be probably somewhere in the 10,000 pound range, and that was perfectly fine. You do really want to make sure you get a good drop hitch, though. Obviously, you want your trailer to be loaded properly, weighted properly, and then make sure it's sitting level. And you can't be using, just a janky drop hitch to do that. So, like we have a Gen Y hitch on ours. It actually basically mounts back to the frame. You weld it on there. So there's a lot going on with that. But yes, you can definitely still tow with a massive lifted truck as long as you have the proper hitch set up and know how to weight your trailer. Where's the gallery vids, bro? We're still doing from the gallery as much as we can. Obviously, usually we have 2 people from that. I can try to maybe rate some trucks from my living room if that's what you guys want to see. I guess let me know. Chris on Facebook asked, what are some good 4-inch lift kits? I did a whole video on this as well at youtube.com/custom offsets TV, where you can kind of see, because it depends on what your application is and what you want to do with it. But I think when it comes to 4-inch kits, like FabTech makes a really awesome Dirt Logic coilover 4-inch kit. BDS makes a really nice coilover kit, where if you're looking for the best of the best, I'd look towards those guys. If you want to be a little more affordable, that's where you swing over to Rough Country. Or if you just don't want to pay for any of it right now and you want to worry about that all later, we do also have that financing I talked about too. So if you want to step up to a nicer kit and just not have to pay for it right away, that's always an option too. So at checkout, you just click on the Affirm little button there, check out with Affirm, and you can get as low as 0% financing. Best mudding tire. I think I'm going to go with the Nitto. Come on, why can I not think of it? Oh, Mud Grappler. Why? Because it's just like, it's always been there as like the best mud off-road tire. If you put bigger tires on, your gas mileage will go down no matter what. Yeah, that's pretty true for the most part. Do you personally like the reverse level street tire look on a two-wheel drive truck or a lifted two-wheel drive truck with mudders? I live in the south, there's no snow. I actually really like, there's a couple of Super Duties in the gallery that are on like 14 wides and they're reverse leveled. I guess I don't know if they're two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive or not, but I could see doing it with a two-wheel drive truck, and I think that looks pretty sweet. I love the low and wide look. Obviously, I like lifted trucks too. We got a lot of lifted trucks running around the shop. My truck is not lowered, so we've got that going on. But if you live in the south and there's no snow and you're not worried about lifting a two-wheel drive, I don't see why you couldn't also lift a two-wheel drive. Do I ever get tired of talking about wheels and lifts? I never even thought that this would be my job to talk about wheels and lifts, but I feel like after being in the industry for like 5 years now, I've talked about it every day for 5 years, and it's probably not going to go away anytime soon. And I haven't ran out of things to talk about yet. So, no, I don't mind talking about it at all. Where are you at, though? These new guys aren't interesting. Well, I was on vacation for a little bit, and now I'm back home. Literally, like, we're in my living room right now. And I'll be here for a little bit because we're all trying to work from home and, try to follow the rules here with the quarantine that's going on. And Wisconsin's probably about to shut down pretty soon. So we're just doing all we can. Oh, Mike wants to know what wheels for his 05 2500 Silverado. Check the gallery with 22 by 10 fitment, and there's not a huge amount of options in that size. It's a great question, Mike. One thing that I do when I'm looking in the gallery, rather than put in like 22 by 10, is just put in that 10 wide. Because whether it's an 18, a 20, a 22, or a 24, the 10 wide with the same offset is going to fit the same for your particular setup. So I've got actually a very similar truck to Mike. I'm running 17 by 9 Anthems on there, the new Intimidators. So if I was going to pick a wheel and tire setup for you, That's what I would go with. I've got the Venom Power tires on mine as well, which is the thing I really love about Venom Power tires is they're super, super affordable, first of all, and the sidewall is so square. Like it comes up and it just like cuts back in. I really like the way it looks. I know you really need to judge a tire on a lot more than what it looks like, but when it comes down to it, it's a pretty sweet tire. They also make like 15.5 inch wide tires for 26s or something like that. They make these really skinny rubber band tires, but they're one of the only companies that makes them that wide for that big of a diameter. So if you're looking into that, you can check that out. Hi Fuller, happy quarantine. You too, Corey. Corey works with us. He leads up all the graphic design stuff. So anytime you see a photo that you don't like, you can pick on Corey. Rough Country 6-inch lift for third gen Tacoma. Opinions. If you guys don't know about Branded Title Co., they buy smashed up supercars and smashed up trucks and they rebuild them. Their third gen Tacoma, I believe it's the third gen Tacoma, I hope so, is actually running a 6-inch Rough Country. Drove that around, had no complaints with that. What would you recommend for 18x9s under $1,000 with no lip? There's going to be a lot of 18x9s under $1,000. If you're looking to get into wheels and you're worried about spending thousands and thousands of dollars, there's so many out there that are way less than that. I think it's kind of just a misconception that they cost more. I'll go to the store and I'll take a look and I'll see what's popular right now. So let's go. Size and brand. Diameter 18. Wheel width 9. And then we can leave brand blank. We'll hit search. Now he wants no lip. Under 1,000. Let's sort by price low to high because we can still do that. All right, let's look at one of the first ones that comes up here. Mamba M21. That one's pretty sweet, and it's $652 for a set of 4. So, yeah, there's that. Looking at the financing here too, the website shows me that's $55 a month. It starts at $55 a month at 0% APR. So that's pretty cool. Want to go with no lip. So let's see, DX4 Recon. That's a brand you might not have heard of. I checked those guys out. $680 for a set of 4 there as well, with no lip on them. ProComp makes some wheels that are in the $700 range. More Mamba wheels. Those are always a good option. All with no lip too. So check that out. There's 20 pages of wheels, so there's a lot of options. More ProComps. Those are pretty sweet. Yeah. That should give you some ideas, at least, you can look at. Let's see. What's up, Hunter? Saying hello. I'm going to jump over to Facebook. I've been kind of ignoring you guys. What kind of tires do I run? I have Venom Power tires on my Sierra, my GMC Sierra. I have a lifted 09 Silverado 1500, and I was wondering why my steering wheel and my whole truck shakes really bad. Do I need an alignment? Alignment's always a good place to start. Otherwise, you're going to want to check that balance on your wheels and tires themselves. If you can try to think back of when you first started noticing a vibration, that might help you out. If you have a vibration in your steering wheel, it's usually your front end components. Vibration in your seat, it's usually going to be something in the drive line, whether that be like a drive shaft that's out of balance or something like that. So check that out. Otherwise, you want to check your wheel bearings, check all your front end components. Jack your truck up, try to shake things around, see what's going on down there. Otherwise, if you can't do that or you don't feel qualified, just take that to your local shop. Tell them what's going on. They're gonna be able to help you a lot better than I can help you over the internet, unfortunately. Yes, I did say that I have the Venoms. I have no complaints with them. Honestly, they don't really make noise till about like 40, 45 miles an hour. I did do a driving review on them. Tire compound seems to be holding up just fine. I've put some decent mileage on them, but not a ton. So I don't have like a full review ready for you guys yet because I want to really put 25, 35,000 miles on these things and then see how they're holding up. But so far, so good. Not a problem. I use them to tow and everything like that and have not had any problems. Straight 6 or V8? That's a good question. Coming from like European cars, I was always a fan of straight 6s because they had them in the BMWs. But I still think 9 times out of 10, I would go with the V8. You guys should do a Baja or pre-runner truck rating video. That would be a good one. I'd like to do that. We'll have to dig through the gallery and see what we can find in there. I know there's this GMC that has carbon fiber, like widened fenders and bed size. It's pretty sweet. Gas shocks or nitro? Well, gas shocks and nitro are technically 2 different names for the same thing. A nitrogen charged shock is a gas charged shock. Diesel versus gasser. Oh, that is the question that will always come up. Go to the drag race video, go to the tug of war video, make your decision after that. That's at YouTube if you haven't seen that. I don't know what to search to find it. Custom offsets drag race, custom offsets tug of war, that's probably all you need. Can I run 40s on a 7-9 McGoys on an 05 Duramax 2500? 7-9 McGoys, 05 Duramax. Let's punch that into the gallery. Oh, I don't want to lose it. I'm going to scroll back. Carlos, what's up? All right, guys, let's punch this in. What did he say? 05, 2005, Duramax 2500. So we're going to go Chevy Silverado 2500 HD, and we're going to click on 9 because he wants us to do the 9-inch McGoys. 7 to 9 McGoys, you can crank it up to 9. And 40s tire size. Okay, so we're going to leave wheel size and wheel width blank, and we're going to see what it takes to fit 40s on there. Oh boy, only one popped up. It's usually not a super good sign. So he's got, let's see, I'm trying to look at all the details. This has got a lot of stuff done to it with a significant amount of trimming on the front bumper, and he was able to pull it off. So could you do it? Yes. Let's see if there's maybe a safer option out there. We're going to adjust the filters a little bit. I'm going to put in, let's see, let's drop these tire size down to a 38 and see, yep, we get a lot more people running 38. So you're probably safer to run a 38 rather than a 40. You're still going to have to do a whole bunch of trimming, though, to make that fit. So hopefully that helps you out. All right. Can't find 255/50/20 Open Country AT3 on your website. Uh-oh. Well, let's see if that's supposed to be there. AT3s are brand new tires, too, that just came out. I guess it was probably 2-3 weeks ago now. Still seems brand new to me, but they're still making the AT2, just so you know. So if you like the AT2, you can still get the AT2. They're not phasing it out quite yet. Look at the 2019 Colorado Anthem 20x12 blue. Can you rate that? All right, let's do a live from the gallery, I guess. If you guys can find, if you're on Facebook or YouTube and you can find the link, it would be much easier for me. But otherwise, we can try this. So what are we looking for here? 2019 Colorado, and it's blue. And it's on Anthems. Chevy, Colorado. And 20x12s. This should be relatively easy to find because there's probably not that many people doing it. Alright, let's see. Boom! There it is. At least I'm going to assume so. See, now I wish I could show you guys on my screen. This was a... You know, I just randomly threw all this stuff together here. There was not a whole lot of a plan in place, to be honest with you. I'm looking at 2019 Chevy Colorado, Anthem Equalizers, 20x12 -44, RBP Repulsor MT tires, 33x12.5, and a 4.5-inch BDS suspension system. Okay, so he's got an exhaust, taillights, he's got the blacked out badges, and then the front bumper. What am I looking at here? Instagram guy, what's going on with this front bumper? You wanna tell me what's going on there? It looks like this. It looks like the stock bumper, but like with the corners cut out or something. Kind of hard to tell from the photos. Maybe I just don't know what I'm looking at. Maybe I'm an idiot. He's also got the tow mirrors on there from like a 2500, which I think is kind of cool. He's got like the Razorback thing going on, LED light bars on the back of the Razorback, wheel spacers, custom cab lights, tow mirrors, additional LED lighting, and even more on the way. I think this is an awesome start for sure. I don't know if I would have done the tow mirrors or the Razorback, but that's just me personally. I'm going to go with an 8, just because pretty much everything on this truck has been touched. There's a lot done. Not quite my style, so you lose the 2 style points. But it's pretty sweet. I wouldn't have thought that somebody would have done this to Colorado. So props for you. Props for you. All right, we got new comments on Facebook. Currently have the Nitto Trail Graps on my truck. I really like them and the style. Is there a similar tire that's not as expensive? I think you're going to want to look at the Eternal Trailblade MT. It's going to be a similar pattern. It's definitely not the same. It's similar, though, as far as like it's a 4-block tread design with really wide tread voids, lots of separation there. So it's going to be a very similar style to the Trail Graps, but not quite as expensive for you. So you can check that out. Thoughts on the 2020 Dodge Ram 1500? Kool-Aid Kid from YouTube asks. They are sweet. I gotta say, everybody who's been watching for a really long time, you guys know that I wasn't always a huge fan of Rams, but in 2019 when they redid the 1500s and they came out with this baller interior, totally changed my mind. I think the 2019s and the 2020s are both super awesome. Banker and I did a video, the 2019 or 2020 truck shootout video. Check that out. We kind of went over our thoughts and opinions on all the different trucks from the new 3. What's the offset and size of the wheel on the Bronco? We're talking about Jared's Ford Bronco. He's got 26 by 14 negative 81s from memory. When I search wheels after inputting my make and model on the site, does that mean they will fit? Why is it recommending them to me? So, yes, they will fit. So we will only show you wheels that fit your bolt pattern, but there are wheels that might be outside of the recommended fitment range, because it really depends on what you're doing for suspension and what you're willing to do for trimming. So it's not like there isn't a guaranteed to fit. That's just the wheels that fit your bolt pattern. So those are going to be available for your truck, and then it all depends on what tire size you're going to go with, what suspension you're going to go with, all of that stuff. What's your take on cheap spacers? We only sell the Bora spacers for a reason. We have tested those now since 2012 and have not had a single problem on any of our personal vehicles, which is why we only recommend the Bora spacers. There's other spacers out there, but when it comes to what we use on our personal vehicles that we drive our own families in, it's Bora all the way. Nice hair. Thank you. I grew it myself. What's up, Austin, on Facebook? Yeah, as soon as this whole quarantine thing's over, you are more than welcome to bring your truck by the shop. We'd be happy to help you out. How long does it take to receive my wheels and tires once they ship from you guys? That's an important note. We're still shipping everything out right now, even, we're still up and rocking, still kicking here. So typically, we usually quote like 10 to 15 business days, but we improve that shipping time, and for most people, it was down in the 7 to 12 business day range. With all this stuff going on, I guess I'd still stick to that 10 to 15 business days for the available packages for you guys. So that brings me back to a point I talked about before. If you weren't here in the very beginning, we implemented a new feature on the store. So when you're shopping for wheels and tires or anything else on there, it's going to say free quick delivery. That means that we actually have those in stock. They're physically at the warehouse, ready to go. All we got to do is slap your tires on there, get them mounted and balanced, and we'll ship them out to you guys. So hopefully that answers your question, Christopher. Javin on YouTube, if that's how you say it. It's like Gavin, but with a J. Chevy or Ford. We got to refer you back to the drag race video and the tug of war video. Right now we're tied up. We got one victory for Ford, one victory for Chevy. So we're going to need to do some sort of tiebreaker. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but we need to do something. 35s on 3rd gen Taco with 3-inch long travel kit. Will it fit? Not without massive over fenders. I would go with 33s. That's still going to be pretty tight on there. You can make it work, but 35s it's not gonna fit. We just tried to put 34s on a 4-inch, and it didn't fit. If you could do anything to a 2013 F-150, what would you do? It's a good question. There's a lot of ways to go when it comes to building a truck. What kind of style that you want is totally up to you. I think if I was going to do it, since it's a 13, that's when they had the first gen Raptor, that's like when I fell in love with Raptors. So I feel like I would build more of an off road build with one of those. But at the same time, those trucks look absolutely killer with show builds too. So I think a set of 22 by 12s on there would probably be a wheel that I would go with. Just because the truck is so square, I feel like you need a lot of wheel to kind of really show it off. I guess that's what I would go with. You can base everything else off of that. It all depends on how big you want to go with your lift kit and your tires. But will 35s fit on a leveled F350? Depends on your wheel choice, but yes, as long as you stick to like 9 wides and 10 wides, you might be able to get 12 wides, maybe. I'm talking about the newer trucks too, like the Illuma Duty trucks, so 2017 and newer. Then you can probably pull that off, yeah. What kind of builds are going on right now? I am not at the shop, and I haven't been there in a week because I was out on vacation, and then I came back to all this stuff. So I don't even know what's in there right now. I saw on Cody Banker's Snapchat, maybe it was Snapchat, there was some white GM truck. I don't recall what it was, so that's all I know. The Rona is killing truck shows. I know, I know. I feel your pain. I feel your pain. Hopefully everything is all figured out before Daytona because I really want to go to Daytona. We're planning on having a tent there and hanging out on the beach. So, what's one way I can get wheels for a cheap price? Well, there are a couple ways. So you can go on the website and sort by price lowest to highest. There's surprisingly a lot of wheels out there that are in like the $500 and $600 range even. I know like mid 600s. There's plenty of styles that I like. The other option is too, we do offer that financing that I talked about like 12 times now. So if you've been here for the whole thing, I'm sorry to keep bothering you about the financing thing, but it's as low as 0% right now, which is pretty cray-cray, pretty crazy. So if you want to do that, you can definitely do that. You check out just like you'd normally check out, hit buy with a firm, run it through a couple questions, and boom. If you're approved, then you don't have to pay for it right now. You can pay for it later. You can deal with all that later. Let's see. New comments on Facebook. Can you run white rock lights and white wheel lights in Illinois? Are they legal? That's a great question that you probably want to ask somebody from Illinois. I'm not from there, so I can't say for sure. I know, like in Wisconsin, you can't have any visible white light from anywhere on the truck other than the front. So in Wisconsin, that wouldn't be legal. Most cops, though, don't really seem to care that much. There's plenty of guys that run around with them all the time. Just don't be the guy that's got the flashing red and blue ones, because that'll probably get you in trouble. Blake says, love you guys. Love you too, Blake. How do you guys stretch 12.5 wides on 14 wides? We use a thing called a cheetah blaster, and we've been doing it for a really long time, so we're super good at it. We make stuff fit that other people say doesn't fit. What state is the shop located in? We are located in Wisconsin. What shock would you recommend that would run really well off-road but ride really well on the street daily, not coilovers? I would probably go with a Fox shock. BDS offers it on their kits, as well as Zone has. They have their own called the Adventure Series. We're one of the only companies out there that will give you the slightly nicer BDS version of that shock, because the Adventure Series shocks are usually always on back order. So you can do that. I would totally go with Fox shocks. What wheels from Custom Offsets could I fit on my Prius? Depends on how big of a Sawzall blade you have. Dad? This is probably more funny for me to read the comments that say things like that than me to say it back to you, but you know, at least you know that I'm getting a kick out of it. I have a 94 Bronco. What should I do to it? Well, if you want to be like Jared, you're going to go with the 6-inch Superlift, 26 by 14 Archons, and some amp mud terrains. And then you can make the whole internet angry. Or you could go, is it BJ Baldwin that has the Bronco, or is his the Blazer? I don't know. There's some sweet pre-runner off-road build out there too. When it comes to what you should do for a build, it all comes down to personal preference. There's so many different options out there for you guys to check out. Are train horns legal? I don't believe so. Then again, you know, there's a lot of stuff that we do to our trucks that's not legal, technically, but you got a ball for the gram. I guess that's my only answer for that. What rims look good with the black 2010 F-150? Anything in black. If you have any chrome on there, I'd go with like a black and milled. Otherwise, gold looks really good on black. Couple options for you. No, we don't have a lift kit for your Miata. I'd probably check eBay for that one. Uh, I've actually seen quite a few lifted Miatas floating around the internet for some reason, and I don't know. I think they're pretty sick, but I would go with eBay. That's probably gonna be the best chance. What software do we use to edit videos? We use Adobe Premiere. I'm trying to read as many questions as possible, so sorry guys if I miss yours. Do you ship to Alaska? Yes, we do ship to Alaska. There's a little bit extra charge for it just because of the distance, but we ship worldwide. Is Custom Offsets open? Custom Offsets website is always open, customoffsets.com. You can shop at 2 o'clock in the morning if you want to. You can always purchase on there. We got crews that are still running. So yes, if you're ordering something right now, we will still ship it out to you and get that to you. Lowered or lifted OBS Tahoe? I would go with the lowered OBS Tahoe. I dare you to diss Alex from Fitment Industries. You know, I would, but I can't give the time of day to a guy that has a receding hairline and dyes his hair black. Just because he's trying to still stay looking young in videos, even though we're the same age. He's kind of old. He's kind of looking like an old guy out there. Come to 4-Wheel Jamboree in September. I think we might. I really think we might, and it's in September, so hopefully this whole Corona thing will be done. Do you recommend a 2-inch leveling kit with stock suspension? Well, if you get that 2-inch leveling kit, then you technically won't have stock suspension anymore. You'll still have the stock struts probably. But yeah, totally. You can add a 2-inch lift to your stock truck just fine. Not a problem. Best looking 17x9 -12 wheels. Anthem has come out with these new Rogue wheels that are actually pretty freaking sweet. I'd recommend checking out those guys. Anthem Off-Road. Fuller, come jump my Raptor. I'm in Michigan. Just kidding. I can't actually leave right now. But I will come jump your Raptor. You need to DM me on Instagram, and we will make that happen. What do you say? Let's do that. Wilhelm, I don't know, on Instagram wants to know if I want to go on a date. Can't. Quarantine. What wheels would you put on the onion carriage thing from Shrek? That's got to be Forces. We just got to stay with the blinged out theme there for the onion carriage thing from Shrek. Go with Forces. Our torsion key leveling kit's hard on OBS Chevys. I guess I'm not quite certain what you mean by your question, but they're not hard to install, other than if it's rusted, that can kind of be an issue. But that's kind of utilizing the truck stock suspension and just cranking it up a little bit more, so I would not say that it's hard on it. I have a torsion bar truck. I haven't had any problems. I need an indoor shooting range for this quarantine. Yeah, I was wondering if I could set up my basement to be an indoor shooting range, but I don't know if my neighbors would like that. What's up, Zach? Zach's watching. Do you guys see pitting on a lot of chrome wheels? Honestly, nowadays, it's not really much of a problem. It used to be, but all the factories have done such a good job at making their chroming process better that we don't really see many issues now. And as far as I'm aware, at least from all the major companies that we have on the website, their chrome finish wheels come with a 1-year finish warranty. I know for sure, that's something that we made sure we got when we set up Archon. So you don't have to worry about it quite as much anymore. But if you live in an area where there's a lot of salt, that's definitely going to be, you're going to be prone to pitting because of those harsh chemicals. Because it's not just the salt, they also have that other spray that they put on the roads. You know what I'm talking about if you're from the northern part of the country. That stuff is not good for wheels. Isn't just period. It's not good on wheels. So if you live in an area like that and you're not going to run a dedicated winter set of wheels, then you might want to go with something black. Should I 6.0 swap? Oh gosh, it went away. My 96 GMC. Yes. Yes, you should. Can you put 13.5-inch wide tires on a 9-inch wide wheel? Yes, you can do that. Where is my dog? She's back here somewhere. Come on, get up. She's sleeping on the couch. She's pretty lazy today. Icon suspension any good? Icon suspension is the bomb. I've been trying for years to get Icon suspension on the website, and we finally did it. It's finally up there. So if you want to check it out, if you want to do some serious off-roading or some overlanding, Icon is the way to go. We just installed a kit on one of our web developers' trucks. His name's Panger. He's got a Tacoma. We put a kit on there for him. That's gonna be sweet. Favorite new finish from TIS? Without all of them in front of me, I'm not sure which one to pick, but I heard rumors that they're coming out with a white and gold, and I am excited for that. What should I do with the 94 El Camino? LT4 swap it and lower it. And then I would make it look patinaed and old, but have lots of horsepower. That's my opinion. We got 3 more minutes, and then I'm going to get off because I feel like I might go insane if I talk to my computer for longer than 1 hour at a time. So, does BDS have a 12-inch kit for Ram dualies? I don't think so. If you guys want to know what's available for your truck, we take all the data from all the manufacturers of lift kits, wheels, tires, suspension, everything. We pull it all together and we put it all on our website. So if you want to figure out if something's available, you can just search it on our website and that'll pull it up for you. 14 wides on a 14 4Runner TRD. You know, I don't think I've seen 14 wides on a 4Runner. I've seen people pull it off on a Tacoma and on a Tundra. It's very crazy, very show build like. But I don't think I've seen that on a 4Runner. I'm going to look in the gallery right now just because I'm curious. And I want to see if anybody's done it before. All right, here we go. Now, it's a good thing the internet is still up and kicking. So we've got not any of the brand new... Oh, here's a 2018. You know, honestly, I'm not really mad about how it looks. It's not what I would have thought. That's pretty sweet. I could see driving that. So the one I'm looking at, that sucks I can't show you, but it's white and black, 2018 4Runner, TAS 544s, 22 by 14 -76s, and 33-inch Toyos. And it's just, you know, black and white. Can't go wrong. Looks absolutely insane. Now, I don't know if this is a TRD. It doesn't have the TRD. Oh, I think it does have the TRD sticker on the side. So yeah, you can pull it off. Do I want to buy your 96 GMC 1500? Well, you know, I have too many vehicles to fit in my garage currently, so I probably shouldn't be buying any more. But I appreciate the offer. What do I suggest for a first diesel? I guess I would just go with the most modern diesel that you can afford, whatever is in your price range, because really it doesn't, there's not like a whole bunch of options out there, I guess, it's compared to like gas engines, and you're really just kind of coming down to, do you want a Duramax, do you want a Cummins, or do you want a Power Stroke? I guess if I had to just pick one, as far as affordability goes and how much you can get into the base truck for, you should be able to find a little bit older Power Stroke and get into one of those pretty reasonable. So check that out. See if that helps you at all. Okay. It is 3 o'clock local time anyway. So I am going to hop off of here. No, we don't have any hardcore off-road decals. Sorry about that. We don't keep any of their decals. Any decals that they give to us in wheel boxes just stay in the wheel boxes and we ship them right to you. So, yes, I am working from home now. 1 slow 5-3. I am. All right. Oh wow, Instagram's actually gonna shut me down after an hour. It's counting down right now. So that's interesting. I didn't know that happened. All right. Thank you guys for watching. If you want more of these, please go comment on something that's going on. If this video doesn't stay up for some reason, and let us know you want another live video. Let me know what time you want to do that. I know a lot of us are stuck at home, so I just kind of picked the middle of the afternoon. So I'm not really sure where everybody else is at or what's going on. But if you guys like the live video stuff, I will do one every single day if that's what you want to do. We're going to still be posting YouTube videos for the rest of the week as well. So definitely check that out. Make sure you subscribe to youtube.com/CustomOfficeTV. Check out the website, 0% financing. Like I said, we got the Today's Deal page running with a whole bunch of, not a whole bunch, we got a few select deals on some wheels, 10% off Super suspension. All that's going on. We got the giveaway going on too. I haven't mentioned that at all. So check that out, customoffice.com/giveaway. We're doing wheels, tires, suspension, lighting, the whole 9 yards. 3:30 tomorrow. Everybody says do it every day. Okay, all right, all right. This T-shirt. This is the glitch T-shirt. This is not new per se. Came out a little while ago. If you want to check this one out? It's in the entire. It's in the collection of all the different gear on the gear store on our website. So go check that out. All right. Boom, 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 boom. We're gonna end Facebook. Goodbye, Facebook, and YouTube, Instagram. 7 seconds remaining. And goodbye, guys. And finally, YouTube. How do you add your truck? YouTube.com. No, sorry. Oh my gosh. CustomOffices.com/ad. That's all you got to do. All right. Bye, Brian. Bye, Andrew. Bye, Evan. Bye, Kevin. Kelvin. Sorry, I messed it up. All right. Let's. I don't know how to close this, guys. Let's see. There we go. Goodbye.